Welcome to Leadership and Beyond, the podcast where we explore strategies and philosophies that empower leaders to excel and lead with purpose. At the heart of our discussions is the transformative Paint It Red philosophy, a unique approach to decision-making crafted by award-winning author and speaker Chris Ortiz. All content on this podcast is created by Chris Ortiz and narrated by Logan Steele. Thank you for joining us today. Let's begin. Today's episode is called Overcomplication Culprit number 3, Perception of Value. One of the traps of overcomplication is the perception of value, the mistaken belief that complexity inherently means higher quality and better results. In both personal and professional settings, people often equate intricate strategies, detailed plans, and sophisticated systems with effectiveness. The more elaborate something appears, the more valuable it must be, right? Not necessarily. This mindset doesn't just lead to wasted effort on over-engineered solutions. It also creates decision stall. Many people avoid choosing a simple path because they fear how it will be perceived. If a solution seems too straightforward, they worry it will be dismissed as lazy, uninformed, or lacking depth. This fear of judgment keeps individuals and organizations trapped in unnecessary complexity, favoring what looks impressive over what works. In the business world, the perception of value often leads to the following: over-engineered processes, unnecessary steps added to make a system appear more robust. Lengthy reports, documents packed with excessive detail to create an illusion of depth. New technology for the sake of newness, tools that complicate workflows rather than streamline them. Also, redundant systems and platforms essentially doing the same thing. Instead of prioritizing efficiency, businesses often inflate complexity to justify costs, impress stakeholders, or signal expertise. This mindset not only wastes time and resources, but also prevents organizations from adopting simpler, more effective solutions. The perception of value isn't just about overcomplicating things. It's also about avoiding simple solutions out of fear. People hesitate to make straightforward decisions because they worry about how they'll be perceived. If I take the easy route, will people think I'm cutting corners? Will a simpler approach make me seem less knowledgeable? Do I need to add more layers to prove this solution has merit? This fear of judgment can lead to inaction, delaying decisions, or forcing people into unnecessarily complex solutions just to appear thorough. But in reality, the best decisions aren't the most complicated. They're the ones that work. There is a critical distinction that must be illustrated here. Simple does not mean careless or not taking in the facts. Choosing a simple solution isn't about making decisions on a whim or taking shortcuts. It's about removing unnecessary distractions while keeping the essential structure intact. A simple strategy is not one that's made from the hip without consideration. To overcome the perception that complexity equals value, we need to shift our focus. Judge decisions by effectiveness, not appearance. A solution's worth is in its impact, not how sophisticated it looks. Stop making choices based on fear of judgment. The right decision is the one that works, not the one that seems impressive. Refine, don't overcomplicate. Simplification should be deliberate, thoughtful, and purposeful, not careless. Trust clarity over confusion. If a solution is easy to understand and implement, it's more valuable than a convoluted one that gets ignored. So to wrap up, hesitation creeps in when we start questioning whether a decision will be perceived as thoughtful enough and strategic enough. We worry about how others will judge our choices, and that fear can push us toward unnecessary additions. Extra steps and details that serve no real purpose other than to make something look more substantial. But real value isn't found in appearances, it's found in outcomes. The weight of a decision isn't determined by how intricate it seems, but by whether it delivers results. Next time you pause before making a choice, ask yourself, am I doing this because it's necessary or because I want it to seem more credible? And most of all, trust that the best decisions often speak for themselves and almost don't need embellishment. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Leadership and Beyond and joining me on this journey through the Paint It Red philosophy. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Make sure to download the free chapter to my upcoming audiobook, Breaking Through. Link is provided in the comments. Thanks again for listening. Until next time.